Namaste everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday Anchor the Light Part 2. And so before we start, let's ask for a blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokoksui, mahaduja, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your divine healing energy. Thank you for blessing us with a loving heart, an intelligent mind, and a powerful will. We thank you in full faith. And so it is. Right, so I hope you studied or watched the video this morning. It's still on Facebook, Instagram, massacre.org, panicking.com, YouTube, and whatever else it's happening in the airwaves. Anyway, so that was connected to how to deal with changes in your life. And a lot of us have gone through a lot of changes. And whether it's good or bad, ultimately, it's how we perceive it and what we do with it. So just as a recap, the Chinese proverb was, when the winds of change blow, don't create walls, build windmills. In other words, you can do something to block it, but you're not going to win. Change always happens. So if you're smart, you say, okay, winds of change is going to happen. How do I harness this and give me more energy? That's what windmill does, right? So I hope that gives you some inspiration. Now tonight, I was just kind of, trying to study and think, what should we talk about tonight as a short topic that we can use? And I love this one. Another Chinese proverb. At least that's what we think so. That's what they say. Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid of only standing still. And I thought about it. I go, yeah, sometimes we're so in a rush to do everything. So why don't we just slow down? Okay, that's good. As long as the slowing down doesn't mean you're stopping. Okay, so part of that has the virtue of constancy of aim and effort. In other words, look, maybe we'll geek you out a little bit, okay? Just imagine time is a stream. It's a stream. It keeps going. Okay? Space and time are intertwined. That's how we call it space-time. That's what, according to the super smart dude, what's his name? Albert Einstein, right? So instead of just space and time, they're actually almost like one entity, space-time. So the interesting part is this, though. Physically, you might not be moving, but time continues to move. Even if you say, okay, I'm not going to do anything, our perception is like we're not doing something from going from point A to point B. But in that doing nothing, that stream of time continues. Do you realize that? So if you're not doing anything, you're going backwards. You go, well, that's not comforting. Hold on, relax. I'm sharing this with you because I know, at least the audience that we're trying to reach are achievers. You want to achieve something. You want to leave a spiritual landmark. I've had that talk with all of you guys. If you're new, we're a channel of people who keeps kicking our own butt to move forward. So if you're not part of it, bye. Okay? Just want to get that point. Because some people go, oh, that's stressing me out, and leave. Because as long as you're not in any of our channels, that has always been the topic. We're constantly moving forward. If you're not doing anything to move forward, because of this stream of time keeps going, if you're standing still, you're moving backwards. Okay? That's why if you have any of you with us at Tony Robbins events, by the way, one is coming up next month for the Australian time zone, Unleash the Power Within. One of the slides I always show, seekers are achievers. Okay? And the deep part of that is exactly what you just shared. This stream of time continues, whether you like it or not. You sat on your ass and do nothing, time is going. It's not going to wait for you. So in other words, if you're not doing anything to improve your life, you're not doing anything to improve your health, your relationship, your spiritual practice, if you're doing nothing in that context, we're sliding backwards. Okay? Of course, whoever this ancient Chinese dude that came up with, be not afraid of growing slowly, be afraid of only standing still. I doubt that, this is my opinion. I doubt that he was thinking, yeah, in the context of space-time, because most likely when whoever said that, Einstein wasn't around yet. Okay? But if you think about it, that's exactly what happened with achievers. Achievers are constantly saying, how can I contribute? What can I build? What can I make to make life better for myself, my family, or the world? What can I leave behind so that I left it better than when I came in? So what does that mean? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Even when your body's tired. Oh man, I need a vacation, a holiday. And if you ever experienced, you think you're on a holiday or vacation, but what? Your mind's still going. Okay, what can I do? What can I share with the group? What can I contribute to the world? That's the attitude of a soul that serves. You thought it was just about money and accomplishment, right? No, because if the soul truly wants to serve, there's no holiday. There's no vacation. You're constantly moving. Even if it's slowly, you're contemplating, how do I make things better? How do I leave the world better than when I first came in? What can I contribute? What can I leave to my children? What can I leave to the world? What can I do this? You get the idea? So that is quite deep. It might sound like, oh yeah, it's okay to do it slowly. Just don't stand still. But you see, the secret there, if you're standing still and doing nothing to make yourself better, you're backsliding. Now, if there's no space-time thingy, then you're right. You can sit on your ass, don't do anything, and everything stops. Well, guess what? People overtake you. So let's take spirituality as an example. How's your level of inner peace now compared to a week ago? Compared to a year ago? How is it? How are you handling crisis now compared to it was a year ago? That's why that talk this morning, I think if you watch it again, some of you will have breakthroughs. You'll have, oh yeah, that's right, huh? There's always going to be change. So how do I ride that wind of change and go even higher and further? Symbolized by the windmill. In other words, you harness that wind, you harness that change, and actually make yourself better. The people who achieve compared to people who don't achieve is as simple as that. People who are not achievers, basically they look at change, they go, ah! Or they chant Om. Oh my God, now what do I do? The achievers, you know what they do? How do I use this so I can achieve more? How do I use this wind of change and ride it higher? Make sense? Now, the same metaphor for the wind, we talked about this a few weeks ago. A kite only goes higher if there's an opposing wind. Think about it. No wind, the kite's on the floor. There's wind, especially if you pull against it, the more pressure that wind hits the kite, the higher it can go. What if you just flick that switch, change your consciousness and say, yeah, there is change. Because of COVID, there are changes with this, there are changes that. Instead of sitting and complaining, oh, well, nobody's doing this and nobody's there, go, wait. Whether I whine about it or not, change is going to continue. Right? Since I have good self-esteem, I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence. I'm going to think this through. I'm a spiritual being of divine love. It means I want to contribute and help. And since I'm a spiritual being of divine power, not a lazy ass, I'm going to do something about it. Then you go, okay, how do I take this and make it better? I mean, what's the point? I know this sounds harsh. I know some of you probably would leave after this, which is good. It kind of filters who are not achievers, okay? What's the point of affirming, I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power? At the sign of any type of resistance, any type of obstacle, you might as well just kind of be like everybody else. That's why my teacher always says your spiritual development manifests in your success. Or another way he puts it is like your spiritual development is seen by the results you produce. Or here's another way he says it. What's the point of having big chakras and big aura if you're like everybody else? Then what's the point of all those years of meditation and doing all this spiritual work if you're not more loving than other people, you cannot produce more results than other people, you're not smarter than everybody else, or most people around you? You get my point? That's what I call pragmatic spirituality. Your spiritual practice has to permeate your everyday life. And one of the ways it's tested, if it's true or not, is how you handle change. It's how you handle change. It's interesting that it's all about perception. I've known people, because of the pandemic, the way they perceived it, they just kind of woe is me type of deal. And then even though they have a lot of talent and a lot of skills, they gave up. So guess what happened? For them, that wind of change took them down. And I know people who I say, hey, I'm not going to let this affect me. I'll turn it around. I'll make it better. And I've shared this with you before. I doubt any of you have lost $100 million. Okay? So I remember in the conversation, and Tony Robbins talks about this publicly, so I'm not sharing anything that's private. I remember he would say it. He said to the group, he goes, when this thing turned off, the pandemic started, the lockdown happened, his events are all in person, thousands of people in the group, hugging, sharing, right? Imagine it says, social distancing. So what happened to his event? Disappeared. So in that time, the organization lost that much money. Now, most people would go into depression, cry, scream, yell. And I remember I had this conversation. He said, how do I turn it around? In this little, if I remember, 9 weeks, he basically got a huge studio, right? Put up these ginormous screens, front and back, which has never been done before. You stand there. If you've seen some of the videos I posted, it's like, and the first event that he had was 22,000 people. And that's 22,000 connections. Each of them could have 2-3 people. We talk about, he told me, he says, that's wild. They got more people than we do in a physical event. So in as little as 9 months, he turned it around. And now every event has 50, 60,000 people. And we're talking about it. I told him, Tony, I said, you do realize, Tony, that in a big event, people see you on stage. In the online events, the virtual events, when somebody's looking at the screen, you're basically talking to them one-on-one. He goes, you're right. And then when this thing opens up, that thing's going to take off like a rocket. That's what I said. Before you start complaining, have you lost 100 million and turn it around in as little as 9 months? If not, then guess what? You have a good model to follow. It can be done. Turn the winds of change to be propellant, to push that windmill, to push that sail, to bring that kite higher. Make sense? Don't stand still and go, what do I do? That's why my teacher always says, if you're in front of a boulder, don't just freeze like most people do. That is a boulder of obstacles. Just stand there. Who's gonna save me? Right? What do? You look at the boulder. Okay, be like water. Can I go underneath? Can I go to the side? Can I go to the top? No? Okay, let's focus all this energy and blast through that boulder. You are a being of divine intelligence to think it through. You are a being of divine power. And with the passion and intensity of that emotion and thought in your body, you move forward. Compared to what? Just stand there Boulder. Tomorrow, the boulder's still there. The boulder's still there. You can stand there forever, and the boulder ain't moving. So you have to do something about it. So that's the virtue of constancy of aim and effort. I like sharing that with you because, people have this misconception that spirituality is just about chanting, meditating, sitting in quiet contemplation. That's good. It has its place. But you cannot meditate your problems away. You cannot visualize your obstacles away. I know some people go, yeah, but I learned that if you visualize so well, that's true. But you have to realize there's what you call lag time. Lag time means taking from the ethereal world, the immaterial world, you visualize it, the thought is so powerful, there still takes a certain amount of time for that to move down in the energy world until it becomes what? Material. So what are you going to do? I visualize this, I have a better job, so I'll just go watch Netflix all day long and that job will come to me. It's possible, but not probable. What if you did your inner work? Visualization, chanting, affirmation. So that means energetically, everything's set up, right? But in your case, you go, hey, who wants to wait? So you did your inner work. In the material world, you go, okay, what can I do to make this happen faster? So what you're doing is this. Watch. Energetically, this thought and emotion that you create in the energy world takes time for it to move down in frequency until it becomes material, right? You're down here waiting for it to manifest, to make it tangible. So you go, hey, who wants to be waiting now? So you have your inner work. You go, what can I do in the material world to create an avenue for this to manifest faster? Like what we always say, you want to win lottery? Step 1, buy ticket. I mean, it's possible that because of your powerful inner work, that the winning ticket for that day, somebody already bought and fell off their pocket, and the wind blew, and the bird is flying by with sticky feet and happened to stick on his feet, and happened to fly by you, and you're stretching, and he just kind of fell out of its feet, and you go, wow. It's possible, but not probable. So what do spiritual achievers do? That's exactly what they do. They harness the inner world and the outer world. They don't sit and wait. Even if it's a spiritual goal, it's the same thing. I want to spiritualize a lot of people. I want to heal a lot of people. I want to do this. I want to do that. Spiritual goal, right? Same thing. You do your inner work. You pray about it. You ask the angels to help you. You do whatever energy work you need to do. And you start trying to speed up the process. Okay, I want to start a healing center, a medical spa, or a this, or whatever it is that you want to do. I want to have a feeding program. I want to help a lot of people, right? The people are not gonna just suddenly have, boom, there's food. Make sense? You still have to go, okay, who are the people I can talk to? What shops, what stores have excess food that I can probably talk to and start a non-profit organization, so on, so on, right? It still takes what? You're a being of divine intelligence. You already have the love part. You want to help people. Now you have to think about it and move your ass. Move your assets, your basic chakra, Clear? I hope that helps. I know some of you go, yeah, this is too much pressure. Well, you know my answer to that, right? Bye. Wrong tribe. Because in our meditation, remember, the last part, the blessing we always say, may every person, every being be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. There's a difference of saying, I'm a good person. I'm a loving person. I'm full of love and blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then all you do is lock yourself in a room and keep telling yourself that. If nobody's benefiting from your loving kindness essence, it's useless. Could you imagine all the prophets, all the saints. I'm experiencing oneness with God, so I'm just going to sit inside a cave for the next 90 years. What do you think will happen? What if all these great teachers says, I'm swimming in divine ecstasy and divine love. I'll just sit in my room and meditate until 2,000 years from now. Make sense? That's what's called what? The will to do good. So it's okay to do it slowly as long as you're not standing still. That's the lesson. So I hope that helps. And I hope you don't feel like you got beat up, because that's not the point. I just want to make sure you wake up to that, because that's one of the things that maybe it's just me, maybe not you. In the earlier days I got into pranic healing, that's how I thought. I go, well, I'm doing such good work. I'm helping heal people. I'm teaching people how to. It's such good work. I'm sure that it will just come to me that people show up in great numbers so I can tell them the great news of how to heal people, pranic healing or hatha yoga. You know what happened? Crickets. So guess what I do? In the very coarse American way of saying it, hit the whole ass. Literally like, okay. I think this is not going to just happen by me imagining it. So let me start thinking, how do I actually get these things together? I had to learn marketing. I had to learn this, learn that. Because nobody will do it for me. So if you really have the will to do good, you cannot just sit still. Even if you do it slowly, just make sure, am I moving forward? So you always have to give yourself spiritual landmarks, spiritual benchmarks. Have I accomplished anything? Where am I today compared to yesterday? Where am I today compared to last year? Do I have more inner peace? Do I react less when people are nasty to me? Painful questions, but you know what? If you've been doing your practice, you will see the difference. And what do you do with it? Same thing. Don't sit still. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. If you tell yourself there is no option, standing still is not an option at all, you know what happens? That becomes you. So you're always constantly moving forward. Or, a lot of you have studied this already, either with Tony Robbins or other traditions. I think he's the one who popularizes constant and never-ending improvement. Can I? Somebody write CANI, right? Can I? Constant and never-ending improvement. That's it. So, shall we meditate? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Chokhok Sui Mahaduja Mailing, thank you for the blessings of love, light, guidance. Thank you for healing. Thank you for wisdom, help, and protection. Thank you for awakening within us. It's already in us. The will, the intelligence, and the heart to do good. In full faith. And so it is. Okay, so we'll do the great invocation, which is a very powerful prayer to bless the earth, which is also, as that energy of love, intelligence, and power and will flow through us, it also awakens that within us. All right, so it's in line with the message. All right. By the way, just a quick thought. If this short lecture made you uncomfortable, there's two ways to look at it. One, off. The more mature way is to say, why is it making me uncomfortable? Maybe I've been giving myself excuses. Maybe there's certain things I can do to bring out my real potential. That's what I would do it. Every time I got chastised or reprimanded my teacher, instead of going, "Ah," I would say, yeah, that was embarrassing, man. I can't believe he said that in front of all those people that I'm useless. No, he never said that. Then the first thing I thought of is like, well, he would not have said that if he didn't care. And he would not have said that if he didn't see there's room for improvement. Okay. What can I do to fix this? How can I make it better? That's what I did. Okay, so maybe that helps some of you. All right, shall we? Put your hand like this. Visualize the earth in front of you. Just say, we are one. We are one. Our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There is only oneness. Now visualize the earth. Let's chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Bless every person, every being on earth with light, with intelligence and wisdom and discernment. So be it. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. Bless every person, every being you know with peace, with love, with kindness, with sweetness, with divine mercy and compassion for all. So be it. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. Bless every person, every being on earth with the will to take action in serving others. The will to do good. Not just talking about it or intending it, but actually taking action to be of service to others. So be it. The willingness to do good. From the center, which we call the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth. Now, so be it. Bless the earth with wisdom, understanding, with love, with kindness, with the will to do good. May all be blessed. So be it. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the higher beings know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth now. So be it. From the center which we call the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth. Now, so be it. So be it, and so it is. Just be still. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Let the energy of love, of divine will, and divine intelligence flow through you. Just think of all the places in the world that need blessings. From war, from disease, political unrest, or people who need healing. Especially at this time, so many are in need. People in the hospitals, bless them with divine healing light. Bless all the caregivers, the teachers, the doctors, nurses, the ambulance drivers, all of them. May all of them be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine healing energy, and divine protection. so be it. Blessings be to all. Bless countries that are having challenges, like United States, Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Iran, Afghanistan, so many places in the world we can't even have time to name all of them. Just rest assured that as we allow ourselves to be instruments, divine blessings, divine healing energies, nowhere to go. Just project that love, that light, that healing to the entire earth. If you know relatives or friends who need healing or a blessing, fill them with light, with love, with power. Now, to intensify the experience, just be still, keep your hands where they are. Imagine a beautiful point of light just floating above your head, just like a miniature sun. Maintain your awareness on that beautiful golden light and your hands. The rest will be done for you. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend toward the entire earth. May God's messenger of love return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and all the higher beings know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. From the center, which you call the human race, the angelic race, and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth now. So be it. So be it. So it is. Now just be still. Keep your hands where they are. And just continue your attention on that brilliant sun floating above your head. Just stay there. Om. Maintain your awareness on that brilliant light above your head. Just put your hands down, keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just put your continuous and full attention, awareness on that brilliant sun floating above your head. Nothing else. Om. Ahum. Om. Ahum. Be still. Be aware of that inner light within you, your true nature, a being of light. Remember who you are and your true nature. And just simply let go and let things be now. Just be receptive. Let go. Gently, very slowly, very gently and slowly. Move your fingers, move your toes, gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands again in blessing. We're just going to release the excess energies our bodies cannot absorb. So visualize all the people you love, fill them with golden light, just like we do in meditation, Twin Hearts. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Imagine golden light going down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. To the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Sokoksui Mahagujume, thank you all for your immense blessings. In full faith, so be it. All right, slowly open your eyes. That was about 10-minute meditation. I hope that you enjoyed the stillness. We add some, secret sauce to just kind of, even though the meditation time is short, we just kind of give you a little bit of propellant. So, all right, so we will see you Friday for healing day. Remember, there's emotional healing and prosperity healing for Friday. So make sure you have your salt water bucket next to you on Friday, same time zone. What is it? 10 a.m., 6 p.m. for emotional healing and prosperity healing. All right. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for leaving us your comments and hopefully not complaints. But if it is, well, it is what it is. Whatever. Okay. And we wish you much happiness and joy. And we will see you on Friday. Bye. Take care.